Hey guys, since I've seen a lot of people are having this issue, I decided to make a video, so if the admins think this is helpful, keep it. If not, you can delete it. Now, the issue people have with Glock specifically is when the slide goes back, it gets to this position and it gets stuck, and it should go all the way forward without any issues. Now, it's a two-parter. The first, now, to look aside the facts of the changed part inside. So first, upgraded spring to 150%. This is a harder recoil spring. So this will make the slide go back and forth harder. Therefore, it won't get stuck as much. The second part is, if it will decide to, is to make sure that all the contact parts of the Glock, both upper and lower, are well lubricated. Now you have to make sure the rails here, as well as all the way here and here, are well cleaned and lubricated. This includes the cocking mechanism, as well as the trigger and everything over here. So this needs to be clean and lubed up. Now, another issue that people see is with the gas going all the way out with one stroke, with one hit. Now, this is a fairly simple fix with Glocks more specifically, and that is having the nozzle, the inside of the nozzle, stuck. So basically, let's see if I can get this actually to be seen on the video. So you take the nozzle out, it should go out all together like this. Don't lose this or you're fucked. Now, when you take the nozzle out, it will go out just like that. Now, over here, it's most probably not going to be seen on the video, but right here in the middle, there is a little small button, you can call it, which should be moving freely. There should be no obstacles here. So this needs to be lubed up as well. Now, this is done for maintenance. You shouldn't be doing this after every game because the lube will need at least 20 or 30 shots to get out of here. And you don't want this on your BBs when you're shooting because the hop-up will not be able to direct them correctly. Now, you use same lubricant as you would use on your slide, on your upper and lower, the same here. Make sure that the button is moving freely, because if it's not, it gets stuck in an open position and all the gas from your magazine goes straight out with one shot. And this is something that is really, really easy to fix. You can go ahead and buy a brand new nozzle, but even the stock ones work absolutely fine. Just lube them, clean them up, they should be working fine. Now, on the way back, see, all of this is lubed up. You can clearly see it's all shiny and shit. And this is how it's supposed to work. Glocks are really, really tight, so you should make sure that all moving parts are well lubricated and are fitting as they should. For example, the nozzle should be moving freely. There shouldn't be any obstructions. Just like that. So when you put it together, if this is prepared because I'm going for a game on Saturday. So if you're just putting it together, there should be lube on the head of the piston, as well as a little bit of lube inside the nozzle itself. Once you have this, you put the recoil spring back, I go for a singular one, although I use black gas, so some people prefer to put the second one. One is working fine for me. Now comes the tricky part of putting this back without losing the spring. So we have this and we have this. This is the only fiddly job with Glocks. That's why I love them. Unlike high capas, Tokyo Maruis, this is the only thing that's gonna be like something you need to be careful when doing. Everything else is you can use a hammer. Now this should slide all the way in. Turn it around. Put the only bolt that's in here and screw it back in. Do not over tighten this or the nozzle is gonna go crooked. Once it does, you're not gonna get this. And you need this to move freely. Now it's the same thing, just going backwards. Put the hop up and the inner barrel with the outer barrel. Put them together, slam them in, spring goes in. Make sure it goes smoothly with this. Once you cock it once or twice, it's gonna find itself, but still make sure it is flat with the hop up unit, so that way when you're cocking it the first time, it's not gonna catch on this lip and cause you issues. Now over here, everything is lubed up. As I said, I have prepared this for a game already, so it should be working absolutely fine. No BBs in here. Now, this is how it's supposed to be. So the majority of the Glocks, when it's not lubed up, it stops right here. Like, let's see if I can do it. Yeah, like right this. This is what you're usually gonna get if they're not lubed up. And it takes just a little bit of pressure to have this moving. Now, if you're shooting, this is not gonna be an issue. It's just gonna cock again and again, and it's gonna be absolutely fine. So make sure everything in the slide is clean, lubed up. There's no dirt in it or anything like that. And for the nozzle, again, clean and lubed up. These pistols have their slides moving back and forth really tight, and they don't really have tolerance for dirt and any kinds of shit in it. Unlike, for example, a Desert Eagle, that's a really big and heavy slide. I have one of those as well. That does not have any issues going back and forth. But the Glocks, specifically 17s and the modified ones, which have like all the slide cut up and everything, that's even lighter. So you're gonna have issues with the slide just sticking. So clean it, lube it, you're all good. If you're using green gas, you can do this maintenance every 2 games. If you're using black gas like I am, or red gas that does not have any silicone in it, any lubricant, after every single game you should take this off, clean it, lube it, just so you can have your gun for longer. I have this for 5 years and it has never failed. However, this maintenance is done after every game. You decide if this helps. Again, if the admins find this helpful, keep it. If not, you can delete it, I don't mind. If anybody has any questions on any kinds of pistols, I would be more than glad to help. Either message me or comment on the video. If anything else is needed, you know where to find it. Peace.